Hi, I'm Jake Kurtz with MMA Futures alongside Enrique Torres. You're training out of the 802 MMA gym in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how you feel about the group of guys you train with.
Honestly, I've been doing mixed martial arts for about 5 years now, and this is the best group of training partners I've ever had.
How'd you get your start in MMA?
You know, just right off the streets. One of my buddies is like, hey, there's a gym that opened up in Columbus, Nebraska. We trained for about a month, and then Columbus, Nebraska had the first show. My buddy's like, hey, man, you know, he's one of those guys that always throwing down on the streets and stuff like that. He's like, I want to do this MMA fight. You want to join in? I was like, sure, why not? I'll try it out, you know. And I've been kind of training a little bit over here at Nebraska School of Martial Arts, and they had a program there. But I mean, I really couldn't afford it because I was in college. So, you know, I was hitting pads in the basement, my basement, and stuff like that. So I just kind of got into it. Had my first fight, won, I think, like 45 seconds of the first fight, took it down to the ground, and won in mount with an elbow. So
fantastic. Tell me, what type of person is Enrique?
I try to be very, very humble. I know that's how you get the most respect, especially in a sport like this, with a sport with a lot of alpha males. You know, I got like national champions behind me, and I try to be, you know, very respectful to them because, you know, they have a big title, you know, a big target on their chest, and I try to help them get ready whichever way they can, you know. And I don't come in here saying, hey, you know, I've been fighting for 5 years, I have 16 fights or something like that. You know, I go in there, and Rafael's never fought, and I go in there and treat him like he's a world champion, just like Jens Pulver walking around in here, he's a world champion. You know what I mean? So I show everyone with as much respect as I can, and I try to be as very humble as I can.
What is your record?
My record right now is 13 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. My 2 losses are to Jet Jones last November, and then 3 years ago I lost to Miles Marshall.
Are you going pro?
This would be my last amateur fight. I fight Zach Hughes, who is 5-4 in the RFA, and this will be my last amateur fight.
How do you feel about making the transition from amateur into professional?
I've been wanting to make my professional jump for about a year and a half, but I had promised my mom that I would graduate college, and I graduated this last December. So now I'm having one cage rust fight this year, and then after that I'll be going pro.
What does mom think about a college grad son going professional in a fighting sport?
She doesn't like to watch me fight. She's gone to maybe 4 fights out of like the 16 that I've had, and she won't go to another single one. But it's like, yeah, if you're good at it and you love it, go ahead, but I ain't gonna support you, I ain't gonna go watch you. But my dad, he loves that shit, you know. When watching your boy beat the crap out of people, he'll eat it all up all day, you know what I mean? But other than that, you know, my mom, you know, she wants me to stop, but this is what I'm good at, and I have good training partners that's gonna help me, you know, hopefully make it to the top. So
excellent. Are you the type to prefer to stand up, bang it out, or do you like to go to the ground? What do you prefer?
To be honest with you, I would love to stand up and brawl it out and knock someone out because, you know, that's what the sport's about and that's what people like to see. But once I get popped in the face or the first exchange, I'm going in for a takedown. You know what I mean? It's just natural, you know. But that's what has been winning. You know, why change what's been winning? You know, what's been working. You know, there's no reason to change anything. You know, the best thing that I can do is work on my hands just in case I can't take down a national champion. But even then, I'm still working with these guys in wrestling and improving myself every single day. So, I mean, I have 2 national champions in the gym with me alongside an All-American who's Jens Pulver, and I'm wrestling with them every single day. You know what I mean? So, I mean, my wrestling is there. I don't think anybody can stop my shots if I set them up just right. So,
yeah, I'm right there with you. You know, a lot of these guys, like the guys you train with, they're not as pretty as you and I. You know? and when you're this pretty,
exactly,
you don't want to get hit in the face.
Exactly.
You go to the
I hear you there.
What do you expect out of your management team?
I just want them to respect me as a fighter, respect me as a man, and show me and lead me in the right direction and show me the doors. Not necessarily open the doors for me, but show me the doors, and I'll walk through them myself. I don't need anybody to spoon feed me through this sport because everybody knows, you know, it only takes 1 or 2 fights to drop back down to the bottom. So I just want them to respect me and not care about the money as much as they care about my career.
Where do you see Enrique in 2 years?
And hopefully in the next year, I'd like to be on national television with RFA. Hopefully, you know, I fought with them 4 times. This will be my 4th time fighting, and if I win this fight, I'll be 3-1 with RFA, and I'm expecting a pro contract. And you can let them know I'm waiting for one.
And why don't you tell your next opponent exactly?
Zach Hughes, I apologize, but you're going down March 7th.
Once again, I'm Jake Kurtz alongside Enrique Torres with MMA Futures. We are the future of MMA.